He's reading the We Are thing. I can't interrupt.
Sip, I'm the Doris Burke of today, okay? I'm the special reporter. I'm the Doris Burke of today.
As soon as I start reading this, quiet up here.
Reporting from the dugout.
Good afternoon and welcome to Viking Field for today's IHSA 4A Sectional Semifinal between the Mount Carmel Caravan and your St. Lawrence Vikings. First, the starting lineup for the Caravan. Batting leadoff, the center fielder, number 19, Alec Thomas. Third baseman, number 26, Diego Munoz. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 20, Josh Houston. Playing left field, number 14, Kevin Dowling. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 6, Anthony Herron. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 5, Christian Lucio. Batting sixth, shortstop, number 11, Ed Howard. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 57, Jake Capers. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 1, Joey Egan. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 3, Tony Livermore.
There is a phone at the ticket gate, so pick up your phone if you lost your phone. It is at the ticket gate. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a game that's going to be a good one. St. Lawrence versus Mount Carmel, and this is your special weather report brought to you by Chipotle Ranch Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Go to your local Jewel, 2 for $1. We're going to have our special weather report coming. I am the Doris Burke of today. My name is Corey DeLaurentis, reporting live from beautiful Burbank, not California, but Illinois. It feels like 84 outside. Sunset at 8:18 today, but we should beat that out. But the only thing we do have to beat today is the caravan and the rain. So we have a pressure of 29.57, a dew point of 70, humidity of 72. Sea level, I don't know that off the top of my head, but I do know we have a 70% chance of rain right now coming from the southwest. I don't know if that's correct, but I hope it's not. We're going over the ground rules right now, so seeing what's going to happen if this game does get rained out, but we should get out nice and safe, hopefully. Our game will be underway in a couple of minutes, hopefully, after our national anthem and the introduction of St. Lawrence's lineup. We have a 3-man team today. We have myself, Corey DeLaurentis, Matt Maltese, and Sip. So, we're going to get underway in quite a while. My special analysis of today's game is I think it's going to be a pitching battle. Low scoring, 2-1 game, but it's going to be a pitcher's battle. We have Justin Rios on the mound today for the St. Lawrence Vikings. And then we see it's slowly wrapping up, and we will be back after the pre-game festivities.
And now the starting lineup for your St. Lawrence Vikings. Batting first, the pitcher, number 9, Justin Rios. Batting second, the left fielder, number 5, Jake Vera. Batting third and catching, number 25, Matt McCormick. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 27, Gage Olzak. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 7, Zach Berta. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 28, Peter Valinkas. Playing shortstop, number 8, Ryan Cummings. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 10, Matt Dormos. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 21, Alex Estero. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 4, Luke Montgomery. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem by Carolina Novobilska.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed after twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets we'd greet, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, who sees us that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we're back here at Viking Field for today's matchup between our Vikings and the Mount Carmel Caravan. Justin Rios is on the mound here for the Vikings, and it should be a pretty good matchup today. Hopefully the rain holds off and we're able to get this whole game in. If not, it'll be concluded tomorrow evening, but hopefully the Vikings jump out here, get a nice quick inning, and jump on the board.
This is Corey Laurence here, your special pregame report. Reporting in from the left field fence. I'm back here right now. It's getting pretty wild and windy, but I think this game just going to be a pitching battle. I know you probably can't catch me on the camera right now, but I'm here. Trust me. But I think it's just going to be a pitching battle today. A low-scoring game, 2-1 game, 3-2 game. I think it's just going to be a pitching battle. But now back to you guys up in the booth.
Thank you, Corey. Great report from the outfield there.
AKA Doris Burke.
One second.
Reporting.
It's gonna rain.
Mount Carmel has Christian Lucio on the mound, so battle of two pretty good pitchers. They both had outstanding seasons, so we'll see who wins the battle of the CCL today. It seems like there's always these 4 CCL teams in this sectional, which is a very, very tough one to win. The Vikings have won it in back-to-back years, and a victory today would put them one step closer to doing that again.
Yeah, it looks like superstar number 19, center fielder Alec Thomas coming up for Mount Carmel. He's been having a great season for the Caravan so far as he looks to continue that here against St. Laurence. Power lefty Alec Thomas with Justin Rios on the mound.
Alec Thomas is a highly touted prospect. He's scheduled or projected to go in the first round of the first-year player draft, which will take place within a month. We have a delay right now. The home plate umpire, Andre Morgan, is making people go in the dugout, as he is known for. Andre he's no stranger to big playoff games, so finds himself behind the plate for this one.
First pitch ball to Thomas, and it's 1-0 to count as Rios delivers the ball just outside of the strike zone there. As Thomas gets one and it bounces up, and he will take first. So the first hitter, Alec Thomas, is on, and he is on first base. 1 on, nobody out. With Munoz.
Was hit pretty hard at the shortstop, Ryan Cummings. Alec Thomas flies down the line. He fields that behind the bag. Not sure if he has him, but it would probably be a pretty close play. It's probably one Ryan would like to get back.
Exactly, yeah. Now Diego Munoz coming up the bat for the Caravan. Starting second baseman.
Difference between today's game and any other game is Mount Carmel would run with Alec in any situation, but versus Matt McCormick, they may be a little bit more careful, especially with the lefty here on the mound. They might be a little hesitant to run. They might take a chance here early in the game, but
yeah,
they're well aware of Matt McCormick's arm.
Exactly, yeah, just to play it out a little bit, just to test McCormick maybe early in the game. Alec Thomas, as we know, has that quick speed, as demonstrated right off the bat, right off the game, and he showed that speed and that quickness. And they're going to say a strike on that play, so 0-1 to count on Munoz. Infield coming in as he showed bunt, but he pulled away, so 1-1 to count.
This is another Core D special report. And a little fact about the Vikings in the playoffs so far. They've only given up 1 hit so far in the playoffs. Only 1 hit.
The Vikings are coming off 2 big wins in their regional games, one against Revis and the other one against Kennedy High School. Revis was in the championship last Saturday, but obviously competition a little bit better in this sectional, and Mount Carmel will be ready to go. So the Vikings have to play a little bit better than they did last weekend, even though they only gave up 1 hit.
Rios throws the first for the second consecutive time, but Thomas is safe on both times. That's still 1-1 to count on Munoz. That'll be a bunt by Munoz, but it'll be a foul ball. So 1-2 to count on Diego Munoz as Justin Rios looking to get his first out of the game.
Now Matt Dornbos back at third base, not expecting the bunt here with 2 strikes. He's just moved in a little bit just in case they do still put it down, but he's a little bit further back than he originally was.
Rios delivers the pitch, hit hard by Munoz, and that one will fall. Diego Munoz with a big-time single, and that will be 2 on, nobody out for the Caravan here in the top of the first.
It looked like that worked out for Mount Carmel there. Player wasn't able to get the bunts down, but all of a sudden he ended up getting a base hit.
Exactly, yeah. Beautiful at-bat there by Munoz.
Not be surprised to see this guy lay down a bunt here. This is Josh Houston, number 20. He's usually not number 20, but I guess they didn't have his jersey today, so he's wearing the number 20.
Designated hitter for the Caravan, Josh Houston. Big-time player all year for the Caravan. And he, as Sip did mention, he is laying down the bunt. He does lay it down. It is a beautiful bunt. And he is out. They get Josh Houston out, but that was a great at-bat there by Josh Houston to get the runners across. And second and third, 1 out now.
And now all Anthony Herron's going to have to do is hit a ground ball to the middle here, or even to Gage at first base. They'll get themselves a run. The Vikings will concede the run to get an out.
Strikeout would be huge right here for Rios on Herron.
I'd like a nice little pop out here, too.
That's it. Mentioned getting out is the biggest thing. That's first pitch strike, 0-1 to count on Herron. Great pitch there by Rios. So Rio's getting ready for pitch number 2. Calls time.
Great job by J-Ray getting ahead there with the 0-1 pitch. Not a bad spot either. Wasn't right down the plate.
This Mount Carmel team just has a lot of power down this lineup. That was hit right to him and throw to first. Will get Heron out, but a run will score. Alec Thomas scores, and it is 1-0 Mount Carmel.
So that wasn't the worst possible situation that the Caravan could have gotten the Vikings into. But Vikes now got 2 outs, man at third. Nice strikeout here. End the inning and get back on offense. Well, start the offense going.
Christian Lucio hits that one, and now driving another run. The starting pitcher for Mount Carmel today, Lucio, hits that one, and it's 2-0 Mount Carmel here in the top of the first. So now Ed Howard, the starting shortstop for Mount Carmel, coming up, looking to add to this lead for Mount Carmel. Already 2-0 here in the early go. Really good sign for Mount Carmel. As they get the Rios early, that'll be a strike, 0-1 to count. So they call a ball, 1-1 to count now on Ed Howard.
Vikings find themselves in an early 2-0 hole, but hey, the Vikings offense has been tremendous all year.
Absolutely.
They will be able to put up some runs against Lucio today, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, no reason to panic in the early go. Still obviously only at the top of the first. Rios throws the first, and he goes to second, but they will get him, and that will end the inning. They get Lucio to go, and that will end the inning, but not before the Mount Carmel Caravan score 2 runs, making it 2-0 going in the bottom of the first.
Little pregame analysis. Something that I realized with pre-inning, but mid-inning analysis, special report from Corey Laurence, and something I realized last night while playing MLB The Show with the Chicago Cubs, is they could have Rizzo, Bryant, Schwarber, Contreras. That's crazy. So just like in this lineup, how you have McCormick, Gage, Verta, Vito, that's instant runs right there. So it's 2-0 right now. No reason to worry. We're coming back. I'll be back in a little bit. Now back to you guys up in the booth.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 9, Justin Rios.
Justin Rios will step in the box here for the Vikings to start things off.
Yeah, Justin Rios getting ready to do his normal leadoff duties for the Vikings here. They need him big time. Not only is he on the mound, but he's also a key, crucial part of their offense. He has been all season long, and they really need it, especially being down 2-0 here going into the bottom of the first.
delay here. The home plate umpire was not a fan of something the pitcher was wearing. I think he was wearing a wristband.
Go, Reels. Get us going, Reels.
First pitch ball to Rios, 1-0 to count.
Justin will look to drive something in the gap here, get an extra base hit.
That's the first strike on Rios, 2-1 to count. That'll be another strike by Lucio, 2-2 to count now on Rios. Evens the count at 2. Rios swings and misses, and that'll be 1 out. Great pitch and a great recovery there by Christian Lucio. After going on 2-0 in the count, he delivers 3 straight strikes, and that will retire Rios with Jake Vera coming up the bat.
Yeah, that was a pretty good job there by Christian Lucio to come back after being down 2-0 in the count. That 2-2 pitch looked like it was going to be right down the middle and dropped off.
That'll be another ball, so 2-0 to count on Vera, similar to how he started it against Rios. Only on Rios, he ended up recovering and getting and throwing 3 straight strikes. So let's see if he can do that against Vera.
Yeah, even if he does it against Vera, he's going to have to start getting ahead of batters if he wants to be successful. Because this Vikings offense will not allow him.
And the heart of the order didn't even,
no.
And the heart of the order didn't even come up yet for the Vikings. Now it is 3-0 to count, as Lucio is throwing 3 straight balls to Vera. Not a good sign if you're a Mount Carmel fan. That'll be ball 4, so 4 straight balls thrown to Vera. He will take first, 1 on, 1 out, with Matt McCormick coming up the bat.
Matty McCormick here coming up for the Vikings. And as any of you know that have followed the Vikings at all this year, one swing of the bat, Matt McCormick could put this game tied or ball in the gap. Might even just tie 1, but Matt McCormick's always really dangerous.
Always a threat to hit the ball, absolutely.
If you could see the right fielders playing a couple steps away from the track back there. Very close play on a pickoff there at first base. Mount Carmel thought they had him, but it appears that Jake got in under the tag.
Yeah, very close play at first, as not only did the players think that, but the Mount Carmel fans also thought that they're for sure that they got Vera at first. Pitch to McCormick is a strike, 0-1 to count.
Yeah, Mount Carmel. We played Mount Carmel at the Stevie's Way tournament a week or 2 ago, and their shift on Matt, they didn't have anyone on the third base side of second, and now they have one guy there. I'm guessing that's just in case Matt gets a base hit and they want to stop the runner from getting the third base. But Matt tried to bunt multiple times at Standard Bank because there was nobody over there.
So three of the last 4 plays have been throws to first to Vera. All of them successfully won by Vera.
Christian Lucio looks like he has pretty quick feet over there.
Yeah,
pretty quick move.
Yeah, he really does. Yeah, that first step is just deadly, and it was demonstrated before when he almost got Vera. Missed him by an inch on the first play. That'll be a ball, 1-1 the count.
And no matter what the result, Matt McCormick's at-bats are always really fun to watch. He's got to be one of the best high school hitters I've ever seen. He was named the best high school player in Illinois this year by Gatorade and Huddle.
Yeah, and that'll be another throw to first, but Vera successfully won it again. It's 1-1 to count on McCormick as he's looking to make a play here. Another throw to Vera, and he'll be safe. So that's the 5th time they threw to Jake Vera.
It looks like they're really worried about Jake Vera's speed over there.
Absolutely, yeah, and rightfully so. Vera's been stealing bases a lot this season. And that will be a ball on McCormick.
Matt McCormick will look to drive a ball in the gap here. He's ahead in the count, 2-1.
And that'll be a strike on McCormick. So 2-2 to count. That evens the count. This has been a duel between Lucio and McCormick. This is a very important at bat here early in this game with Vera on first, already 1 out, and Matt McCormick coming up. Another throw to Vera. He will be successful once again for the 6th time.
It's a good thing that the rain's held off so far. It was supposed to rain all day, and it just kept getting pushed and pushed. So hopefully we don't see any rain today.
McCormick just got a little piece of it. Good hack there.
Tremendous job fouling that pitch off by Matt McCormick. That
Great
pitch
hack.
almost was in the dirt, but Matt was still able to fight it off and stay alive here.
So 2-2 to count on McCormick. A big pitch here early in this game. Lucio versus McCormick. Who will be successful? That one will be a ball. So 3-2 to count on McCormick. Full count. A very long at bat, which is a good sign for St. Laurence to get Lucio as many pitches early as possible. McCormick hit that one high, but that will be foul.
And no matter what the result here for Matt McCormick, this has been a pretty good at-bat. So a lot
Yeah,
of
no
pitches.
question about it.
And especially with the pitch limit in the IHSA, it's so important to see a lot of pitches and fight it off. Even if the Vikings don't end up scoring a run here, I mean,
Very important
they've
at bat.
seen
So
a lot of pitches, so it's pretty good.
they throw to Vera once again for the
Now
7th time.
The fielder on the left side of the infield's moved over to where the shortstop would typically play, where there's nobody between him and the third base line.
Yeah, and they're really working Vera out there at first. But that'll be a swing and a miss on McCormick. But Vera does advance to second. So that'll be 2 outs with Vera on second.
Yeah, that's definitely one that Matt McCormick would like to have back, because Matt's usually a very, very, very disciplined batter, and he just chased after one that wasn't even close to being a strike. It bounced before the plate. So Matt'll come up for his payback next time around.
Absolutely, yeah. Another important at bat here for Gage Olzak to try to hopefully get Vera home at the best case scenario, and really hope that Olzak can get a single here to get with Vera's speed. There's no question that he can make it a home with a single by Olzak here to try to cut into this lead. Lucio having a lot of pitches early, and it's only the bottom of the first, and he has quite a few pitches already, including that really long shootout between McCormick. That was a duel, but Lucio ended up winning it, but McCormick got him to a lot of pitches. Olzak hit that one hard. What a catch there. And that will be, he threw it away. He threw the ball away. Vera will advance. And
that was a tremendous play right there by the second baseman, but after you make that sliding stop, he's got to come up and make a better throw. He rushed his throw, and the Vikings just got to run off of that.
That's
now
exactly what happened.
Will look to make Mount Carmel pay.
So, yeah, as Sip said, I mean, he made a phenomenal play, but usually after making those plays, it's just so hard to make that throw to first. And As Sip said, it's a very tough play to make. Not many people can make it, so it's an understandable error. But nevertheless, it's 2-1 Mount Carmel as the Vikings cut into this lead here in the bottom of the first.
Here's the batter, number 7, Zach Verda. Zach will look to tie this game up here with the base hit.
Verda swings and misses, 0-1 to count.
Nice aggressive hack there by Zach. Vikings have seen a good amount of pitches here this inning, and hey, they've cut into the lead, even though they still have yet to record a base hit. It's only a 1-run ballgame.
Verda hit that one
Ball's
hard.
hit deep by Zach Verda. Stretch! That baseball
That
is
one
gone!
will be gone.
Zach Verda takes Christian Lucio yard with that home run, and the Vikings have taken a 3-2 lead here in the first inning.
What a big-time shot by Zach Verda. He knew it right away as he flipped the bat, and he will take the lead. And it is 3-2. Vikings big-time bomb there by Zach Verda.
That is what happens when you give the Vikings extra outs in an inning. The second baseman couldn't make us end the inning there, and now we just scored 2 extra runs because of it.
As Zach Verda's brother, Alex Verda, standing up in the crowd. He is very pumped after seeing his little brother take that 1 yard with a 2-run home run. It is 3-2 Vikings.
Well, that was fun. Now, Vito Valinkis will step up to the plate here for the Vikings. Vito played couple weeks, maybe a month or 2 into the season. He ended up sustaining an injury, and now he's back in the designated hitter role. He was playing third base, but Matt Dorbos took over, and he's played a solid third base. So now Vito's just stepping into whatever role he's needed. He's a designated hitter for the Vikes now. He hits for the shortstop Ryan Cummings.
Yeah, I mean, injury-riddled season for Vito as he hit that one hard. And that went back, but that will be caught by Alec. And that will end the inning, but not before the Vikings get 3 runs on the board to take a 3-2 lead going into the second.
The shortstop, number 11, Ed Howard, here at bat for the Caravan to face Justin Rios. Justin had a shaky start to the game, but let's see if he can hunker down here.
Yeah, so Ed Howard actually did bat in the first inning, but they got that force out at second, so he'll take another at bat. 0-1 to count on Howard here in the top of the second.
That was a pretty good off-speed pitch there by Justin Rios, just a little low. I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't swing at it, but it was a good pitch there.
That'll be another ball, 2-1 to count now on Howard. Star shortstop for the Mount Carmel Caravan, Ed Howard. Real nice pitch there, and it's 2-2 to count. Howard hit that one right up the middle. That will be a base hit. So a good at bat there for Ed Howard to get the Mount Carmel Caravan going, and that will be 1 on, nobody out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, I mean, we've only played here for an inning, but it looks like we're going to have ourselves an offensive battle here.
Yeah, this is not what Corey D predicted early in the game.
I mean,
but
both teams have very good pitchers to come in relief, and I mean, Justin Rios and Christian Lucy are both
They
very,
really
very
are.
good pitchers. So I'm hoping Justin settles down a little bit here. A ground ball would really help that.
Yeah, and Capers looking to bunt right here. He does. That will be foul. So 0-1 to count on Capers. And, yeah, as you mentioned, a real good pitching duel, but also so much firepower in both of these lineups for both of these teams.
I'm fully confident in Justin Rios to settle down and pitch deep into this game, but if he isn't able to, the Vikings have a very deep bullpen.
Absolutely.
A very talented bullpen.
And that'll be a strike on Capers, making it 0-2 to count. Big strike there by Rios to get Capers down 0-2.
I do not think Capers will be bunting here, obviously, with 2 strikes.
Absolutely,
some
yeah.
teams will, but I don't think the Caravan are one of them.
Rios, and that'll be a ball 1-2 to count. That was hit hard by Capers. That will be a base hit. And Ed Howard is going to third. And he will be safe. So runners on the corners, nobody out. And a good at bat there by Jake Capers. Gets Capers at first, Howard at third, and trouble of brewing here for the Vikings.
Yeah, on a 1-2 pitch there, I'm not sure that Justin really would like the location of that one. Still put a pretty good swing on it, but Justin would probably like to have that one
Absolutely.
back. Now the Vikings here up 1 run. The corners are in a little bit, obviously, with Gage holding the runner on. A ground ball to the middle here. The Vikings will turn the double play and concede the run. Pitching coach Adam Lotus out of the dugout to calm down the senior left-hander. The right fielder, number 1, Joey Egan, steps up to the plate.
So that'll be 1-0 to count on Joey Egan, right fielder for the Caravan. That'll be 2-0 to count on Egan, so not really looking good here for Rios and the Viking defense here. Runners on the corner, nobody out, and 2-0 to count on Egan. Not a really good situation you want to be in, especially after you've taken the lead in the bottom of the first. Egan smacked that one really hard. And that one's going to be way out of here. Joey Egan with a 3-run home run, giving the Mount Carmel Caravan a 5-3 lead. A big momentum change right there in this game. Joey Egan, a big-time shot. That will give his team a 5-3 lead here in the top of the second.
That's what's going to happen when you get behind the hitter 2-0. He's looking dead red, looking for a fastball right there, and Justin put it right there for him, and he took advantage.
Special report. I didn't know NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys haircuts were back, but I guess everyone likes to bleach their hair now. But we'll be back.
Hey, maybe he just wants it that way.
Maybe. Now back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Corey D. Well, now it is 5-3 Caravan after Joey Egan smacked the 3-run home run.
Still nobody out here in the top of the second inning for the Caravan.
And that'll be 2-0 to count on Livermore as Rio's struggling big time here in this inning. As far as delivery goes, and that'll be a strike. So a much needed strike there by Rios. And as Sip said, he just needs to calm down and just regain his focus as he's done all year. Looking for a bump, but that'll be a strike. So 2-2 to count now on Livermore. A much needed out. Livermore fouled that one back. 2-2 to count.
Yeah, Justin will look to settle down here. I mean, 5-3, Vikings down by 2. Obviously, as we saw from the Vikings' first inning, they can put up runs, and they will put up more runs today. So as long as our pitchers settle down, I still don't have a worry in the world about this one.
Absolutely. As Livermore checked his swing, they're going to look. He did not. So that'll be a full count, 3-2 to count now on Livermore. This is a really big at-bat here for Rios. He did. And that'll be a base hit there by Livermore. Livermore is going to round second. And that will be a double by Livermore as he is hot. He is on fire here. And so is this Caravan offense.
Now batting the center fielder, number 19, Alec Thomas.
So now the superstar center fielder, Alec Thomas, coming up the bat. There's an error on the first inning. That's how he got on, was an error in the first, and that led to the Caravan getting those 2 runs in the first. First pitch ball to Thomas, 1-0 to count.
And Nick Hyden's over there warming up in the bullpen for the Vikings. I would not be surprised to see him enter this game, this inning, if Justin's not able to get Alec here.
That's 2-0 to count now, and as Sip mentioned, the Vikings really do have a deep and talented bullpen. So if you're the Vikings right now, I mean, there's still a lot of options there in that bullpen. I wouldn't really be too concerned, especially with the offense hitting the way they did in the first inning. Two and 1 to count now as Rios gets the strike on Thomas, much to his disagreement. Thomas hit that one hard. Going back, made the catch. And they'll get it back, so that was a good play there by the Viking defense.
Yeah, pretty nice play out there by Jake Vera to track that one down. That ball was hit pretty hard by Alec.
Yeah, especially with a dangerous hitter like Thomas. Really important to get him out, especially now being down 2 runs once again.
And now Nick Hyden is probably going to enter the game here for the Vikings. Yep, Nick Hyden will jump on the mound here for the Vikings. Nick is also a senior.
Now pitching for the Vikings, number 17.
Number 26, Diego Munoz, is coming up here for the Caravan. They have a runner at second base here with 1 out. Nick Hyden has just taken over for Justin Rios. Caravan have a 5-3 lead here, top of the second inning at Viking Field in the sectional semifinal game.
So Diego Munoz, as Sid mentioned, coming up the bat here. Nick Hayden on the mound. Very important for Hayden to get going early here, as it is only a 2-run game, as surprising as that may seem with all the hitting. It's only a 2-run game. Vikings very much so still in it. Hayden gets the strike, 0-1 to count.
It looks like Nick's got a little something behind his fastball today, too.
That one was hit hard by Munoz. And he is out. Munoz got out there. And that'll be 2 outs in the inning. Still a man on second, though.
Josh Houston, the designated hitter, will come up here for the Caravan. Nick Hayden will look to get the Vikings in, get their explosive offense up.
So big man designated hitter Josh Houston. Houston hit that one, but he missed it. And bobbled. Throw to first, he's out. So that will end the inning, but not before the Caravan get 3 runs. Great job there by Nick Hayden to end the inning, but it's still 5-3 Caravan.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 10, Matt Dorbos.
The third baseman Matt Dornbos up here for the Vikings will look to start us off with the base hit. Get on base any way he can, and the Vikings will look to get back on the board.
Yeah, big at bat here by Dornbos, as Sid mentioned. 5-3 here in the bottom of the second. A lot of hitting and a lot of scoring.
Yeah, the Vikings can't let Lucio settle into a rhythm, because when he does get into a rhythm, he's a pretty good pitcher.
Dornbos hit that one foul. That'll be 0-2 to count now on Dornbos. That's 1-2 to count now on Dornbos. First ball thrown by Lucio here in this inning. That'll be another ball, 2-2 to count now on Dornbos.
Yeah, if Zach Verda comes back into this game, I'm thinking Nick came in for Justin Rios, and then Justin will re-enter into the outfield for Zach.
Yeah, very good point.
All the Vikings offense will still be alive.
Dornbos hit that one hard. Tracking back, it's Thomas. He makes the catch. And that'll be 1 out. Nice catch there by Alec Thomas. Dornbos hit that one, hit that ball hard.
Alec covered a lot of ground on that play. That ball was hit pretty well, especially on a 1-2 count. Tremendous job there by Matt Dornbos, but Alec Thomas is a good one out there.
Yeah,
He's
he's
able to track it down.
He's unbelievable, yeah. I mean, he's one of the better center fielders in all of CCL, and he showed it there with that play. So Alex Gisbero coming up the bat now. First pitch strike, 0-1 to count. That'll be another strike, 0-2 to count on Gisbero. That's the ball now on Gisbero.
Alex will look to work the count here, get back into a plus count for him, or just get a base hit here, see some pitches.
Good pitch there by Lucio. Hit by Gisbero, but they get him out at first. And that'll be 2 outs now in the bottom of the second with the nobody on bags. It's Luke Montgomery now coming up the bat for the Vikings with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Vikings will look to have a 2-out rally here, started by a very, very quick Luke Montgomery. Sophomore, by the way.
That'll be a strike now on Montgomery, 0-1 to count. So Lucio looking really, really good here in this inning, much better than what he did in the first inning, giving up those 3 runs. That'll be another strike, 0-2 to count. Lucio is locked in here in the bottom of the second.
A lot of fans here to take in this sectional matchup. Berm's getting packed. Both stands are already filled.
Montgomery hit that one hard, so 0-2 to count. Montgomery, that will be a base hit.
Very good job by Luke Montgomery there.
That boy Luke.
Luke is extremely quick, but Alec got to that ball very fast, and he got that ball in, so hold Luke to a single there.
Now batting number 9, Justin Rios.
Justin Rios has re-entered the game, which means Nick Hayden will be done for the afternoon. Great job by Nick coming in, not
Absolutely.
giving up a run after having a runner at second with 1 out. So pretty good job by Nick. And now Justin will come back and hopefully keep this inning alive.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Hayden, as Sid mentioned. Just a real good job to not allow any runs after Rios is struggling there. Great job relieving Rios there in the top of the second. First pitch to Rios, he'll foul that one back. Is it catchable? It is not. So 0-1 to count.
Justin Rios will look to at least extend the inning, but he's probably looking to drive a ball into a gap here, score a run. But base
Absolutely.
hit or walk or hit by pitch, any of that will keep the inning alive. And any closer you get to Matt McCormick in the heart of the Vikings order, the better. So if he gets on here, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Vikings put up a couple.
Yeah, it's a huge at bat. I mean, 2-run game, and you have the Harley order coming up after Rios. And after Rios and Vera, so as Sid mentioned, getting to McCormick is a very big priority.
Yeah, and again, as I said earlier, seeing pitches is a huge thing here for the Vikings because of the pitch count in the IHSA. So, I mean, the Vikings had nobody on with 2 outs, and Luke was able to battle.
That was a huge,
0-2,
yeah.
And he was able to get a base hit and extend the inning. Now, Lucio has to throw more pitches. So even if the Vikings don't score here, I mean, they're doing their job.
Still important.
Seeing a lot of pitches.
And only down by 2 in the process, so not bad at all.
Especially the Vikings lineup, the heart of the order. The more times you see a pitcher, the better you're going to do against them. So I'd like to see Matt McCormick and Gage and all those guys get another shot at
Absolutely. So Rios hit that one hard. Will it drop? It will not. Thomas will make the catch, and that will end the inning. The score of the game is still 5-3 going into the top of the third. Caravan lead it.
Now batting the first baseman, number 6, Anthony Heron.
I like that. Heron up the bat here to start out this third inning. He'll take the first ball. 1-0 to count. As Sip mentioned before, Zach Verda on the mound now for the St. Lawrence Vikings. Great job by Nick Hyden to end that second inning. Verda, the pitch, and Heron hit that one hard. Will it go back? It will not. So making the catch and retiring Heron. So 1 out now for the Vikings.
Yeah, pretty good swing there by Anthony Heron, but just didn't get enough of it. And thankfully for Zach Verda, there's 1 out now. Pitcher here, Christian Lucio, up to bat.
Lucio hit that one foul on 1 to count. So Verda's doing a really good job so far in this inning.
Yeah, the Vikings trail by 2 runs, and I don't think a 10-run lead's insurmountable for this Viking offense. So hopefully Zach's able to come in here and not give up any more, and the Vikings offense will definitely jump back on Lucio.
Absolutely. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup here. Lucio versus Verda. Verda, and that will be another foul ball by Lucio. 1-2 to count. So far, Verda doing his job.
And so far, the rain is still held off here.
That's a great sign.
Drizzling here at Viking Field. So far, a tremendous day for a ball game. According to Jimmy Tracy, the rain is going to hold off.
Thank you, Jimmy. And that will be another ball. 2-2 to count. So 3-2 to count now on Lucio. Verda trying to end Lucio here with a really big pitch. It would be very important to be a quick inning here for the Vikings defense. Lucio hit that one hard, going back, and that is out of here. So Christian Lucio goes yard on Zach Verda, and now 6-3 ball game. Mount Carmel leads. As Christian Lucio fired up about it as well, and he gives his team a 6-3 lead.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Ed Howard.
So 6-3 after Christian Lucio hits a home run there, and now Ed Howard up the bat.
I didn't think he did. I don't know why we didn't tune him.
I wasn't paying attention to see it. I figured he would have. So 1-1 to count now on Howard. He hits a base hit off Verda. So now Ed Howard will take first. And 1 on, 1 out. And with already a run, the Caravan are looking good here in the top of the third.
Mount Carmel was one of the hotter teams in Illinois coming into these playoffs. The Vikings beat them in the Stevie's Way tournament, but the Caravan finished out the regular season on a high note. It seemed like their offense was rolling ever since they defeated us on a back-and-forth extra inning affair.
Yeah, just so much star power here in this lineup for the Caravan. all down the line. I mean, if you got Lucio, the pitcher, hitting home runs, you know you're living right if you're the Caravan.
The Vikings do have a very dangerous offense, as we've stated multiple times before. So a 3-run lead, still not worried here. But the Vikings pitchers are going to have to stop Mount Carmel.
So 0-2 to count now on Capers. Jake Capers hit an RBI double last inning. Had a really good at bat. Verta the pitch, and that will be a strike. And that will retire Jake Capers. So a big-time strike there by Zach Verta. So 2 out with 1 on. Ed Howard is on with Joey Egan coming up the bat now. He hit a home run in the last inning as well. In fact, he gave the Caravan back the lead by hitting a 3-run shot in the second inning. Verta throws the first, but Howard is in time.
Yeah, Zach will look to get the Vikings offense in here, only with a 3-run deficit, which is not too much to overcome.
So yeah, Verta and McCormick having that little chemistry there. As McCormick tried to get out Howard at first, but Ed Howard still being able to keep it safe at first. Verta throws a strike, 1-1 to count.
Ball there by Zach. 1-0 count. Hitter might have been expecting a fastball. Zach threw a nice curveball in there. Got him a little off balance.
That'll be a strike.
Another good curveball there by Zach. Be interesting to see what the Vikings go with here on a 1-2 pitch. Something in the dirt. Matt McCormick is going to have to be trusted to block it up, which we know he probably will.
Egan hit that one, and that will be a base hit.
That was another off-speed pitch there. Probably a curveball. Just got a little bit too much of the zone, and Joey was able to flip his bat out there.
Second baseman, number 3, Tony Livermore.
So now Tony Livermore coming up the bat now for the Caravan. He's got 2 on and 2 out. Howard at second and Egan at first for Livermore with 2 outs. Livermore hit another RBI double in second as well. Very, very important. Very, very important out to get here for the Vikings. Down 3 already. You don't want to continue to expand this lead. It's going to make it even tougher for the hitters to.
This is the 9-hitter of the Caravan lineup, and Alec Thomas is on deck, so you'd really like to get
Exactly.
this guy. So
Absolutely.
come up with guys in scoring position.
Livermore hit that one hard going back, but he will make the catch, and that will end the inning. But not before a home run by Christian Lucio makes it a 6-3 game going into the bottom of the third.
Now batting
Jake
number
Vera,
5,
the
Jake
left fielder,
Vera.
will lead us off here. In the bottom of the third, Vikings trail by 3 runs. Mount Carmel's bats have really been explosive. They've had 6 runs on 9 hits already through 3 innings. So the Vikings will look to match that firepower and hopefully chip away here or even take the lead depending on how this inning goes.
Yeah, Jake Vera ended up getting on in the first inning. He had a really good at bat. That'll be a ball on Vera that evens the count at 1 apiece.
Not a bad spot there. A little bit off the plate. Good call.
Lucio delivers. That will be a strike. Looked a little low, but basically in the zone as well. So 1 and 2 to count. Could have gone either way. Vera hit that one hard, but foul, and it's 1 and 2 to count.
We've been playing for a little over an hour here. Viking Field game's not going along too quickly.
Yeah, a lot of runs, and that'll do it. That'll expand the game as much as possible. Already 9 runs in this
Good
game.
job by Jake, he's already seen 5 pitches this at bat.
So Vera hit the ball, and it will get through. So a great hit and a great at-bat there by Jake Vera, and he gets on. So that dreaded leadoff hitter on for the Caravan, and this is a big, big inning here, and it is 6-3 with Matt McCormick up the bat with Vera on. So very important for Jake Vera to get on for Matt McCormick, and he did just that. So let's see what McCormick can do here. Down 3 runs. Vera on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. McCormick hit that one hard.
That ball's down. That'll be a double here for the Vikings. A run-scoring double by Matt McCormick. He didn't get all that one, but with the outfielders playing at the warning track, basically, that was good enough for a run. Vikings trailed by 2. Runner at second. Nobody out here.
So what a big-time shot there by McCormick. That is a huge shot here in this game. Down by 3, you really needed that double, and McCormick delivers once again. So clutch, such a good hitter. And me and Sip have been talking about it all game long. This heart of the lineup order is just killer for the opposing teams.
Matt McCormick, he struck out in his first at bat, and very, very rarely do you see somebody get the best of Matt McCormick more than once. In the game against Lyons Township, the conclusion of the game, pitcher struck Matt out in the 6th inning, and then Matt came up in extras and hit a home run. So Matt's really good at recognizing after he sees a pitcher.
Absolutely.
They usually don't get the best of him. And if Matt does get out, it's usually a hard hit ball somewhere.
Absolutely. It's very rare to get the best of McCormick multiple times, as Sip has said. And that RBI double is huge and cuts the lead to 2.
From Gage away from a tied ball game here. I know Gage is just looking to get the runner over because runner at second, nobody out. That's what we're looking to do. But
Verta just missed that one. McCormick will stay at second, throw to first, and he is out.
Yeah, that Gage would definitely like to have that at bat back. Gage has got to hit the ball to the right side there and at least move the runner. I know Gage was probably trying to put that one on the berm, but that's probably not one that he'd want to swing at again if he had the opportunity. So now Zach Verta up to the plate here. Zach hit a home run last time.
Yeah, that big 3-run shot that gave the Vikings the lead at one point going into the 2nd inning. Hopefully he can deliver another home run, and if he does, it will tie the game. Verta, that'll be a foul ball hit right into the Mount Carmel bench.
It's extremely difficult to hit two home runs in a high school game, but Zach Verta, he has the strength. He could do it, but Zach's just going to look to drive in a run here. Huge gap.
That would be huge, and that would
just a nice base hit
would be huge. Absolutely, cut the lead to 1. That would be absolutely huge, as Sip has mentioned. Already cutting the lead and decreasing the lead rather at 6-4. It was 6-3 coming in. Again, McCormick with that big RBI double that drove in Vera. Let's see what Verta can do here with Vito on deck.
Good call. That wasn't a bad spot. It was down, though. Great call by the home plate umpire.
Yeah, they'll even the count at 1 apiece for Verta, with Lucio pitching to him. Now being
Good take there by Zach. Counts 2-1 here, so Zach's ahead in the count.
such an important at bat here in this game. Crucial, very crucial.
Yeah, I imagine it will be a battle of bullpens because he's thrown quite a few pitches. I'm not sure how many, but I know the Vikings are battling getting his pitch count up there early in this ball game. Still only in the 3rd inning here at Viking Field.
And that'll be another ball. So 3-1 to count on Verta. Verta has a really good eye. He's always had, and he's using that to his advantage here in this at bat.
Yeah, 3-1. This is a perfect spot for Zach. If Zach gets a fastball here anywhere that he likes, he's going to drive this ball somewhere into a gap. And if he doesn't get that fastball that he's looking for, he's probably going to lay off of it.
Pitch by Lucio will be a strike. So that will.
Zach did get the fastball, but I'm guessing that might not be where he wanted it. I'm not quite sure because it looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, that looked like a good pitch to hit, but he laid off, and nevertheless, that will be a full count, 3-2 to count on Verta here. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. 6-4 Mount Carmel over St. Laurence. Verta hit that one foul. So good.
Yeah, this is really a signature of the St. Lawrence Vikings offense is to see a lot of pitches and battle against good pitching. Because Christian Lucio is a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal pitcher,
but
yeah.
The Vikings have a phenomenal offense. Full count here to Zach Verta. Bottom of the 3rd, Vikings trail 6-4.
And that will be a ball.
Tremendous at-bat there by Zach Verta. Saw 8 pitches, maybe 9 pitches. Not 100% sure on that one. But Vito Valinkis will come up here for the Vikings with runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 out.
Yeah,
Vito's a freshman here this year. He was a key contributor on the basketball teams this year for the Vikings. He moved up to varsity towards the end of the year come playoff time. And Vito has a lot of raw power. So if Vito's able to get a hold of one here,
man, that would be
this
huge.
could be a completely different ball game.
That would be huge, yeah. And there's only 1 out.
This is a big moment in the freshman's young St. Lawrence career here.
Absolutely, yeah. And he's got the brightest future out of quite a lot of people. As Sip has mentioned, he's only a freshman here at St. Lawrence. Will be a sophomore next year. Already playing on varsity just goes to show how good of a baseball player he is. Nevertheless, first pitch strike on Vito, and that'll be 0-1 to count.
Fastball taken there, right down the middle of the plate.
So Verta and Vera both on, or Verta and Hinks rather, both on 1st and 2nd.
And Vito's going with the old school no batting gloves look, as he has done, as I've talked to him, pretty much his whole career, meaning before high school, because as we mentioned, he is a freshman.
That'll be a ball, so 1-1 to count on Vito. Another important at-bat here in this game, and only a 2-run game, back and forth action. It's been a phenomenal game.
Something I noticed here, Alec Thomas, he's backing up now. I thought he was a little shallow. They just moved him back a little bit. But I still think Vito can poke one into the right center gap over his head.
And Vito got a little piece of that, so that'll be a strike, 1-2 to count.
It's a huge at-bat here for the young Vito. Lucio's going to try to put him away here. 1-2 count. And see if Vito can take him.
And that'll be a strike there. And striking out is Vito with 2 outs, so that was a big strikeout there to get Vito out. And Matt Dornbos now coming up the bat.
It seemed like Matt saw the ball well off of Christian last time. Matt hit the ball over Alec Thomas's head in center field, but he was able to track it down and make a pretty nice play. So let's see if Matt's able to get the job done here. A base hit will score a run pretty much anywhere in the outfield. So Vikings look to minimize the lead.
Dornbos lays off that one, but it was a strike, 0-1 to count.
This will be a huge momentum shift here if Lucio is able to keep the Vikings off the board. But again, this is only the bottom of the third inning. We have a lot of baseball left to play. So even if the Vikings don't score here, still not worried. 2-run game.
No, you can't be. You can't be in that situation. You just got to trust what you've been doing all season long. They came back from a lot of deficits late in games this season, so there's no reason why to believe that they shouldn't do it again. But nevertheless, this will be a huge at-bat for Dornbos here to try to cut this lead in half or possibly even tie the game. Lucio, as Dornbos hit that one foul, 0-2 to count.
Yep. Now Mets in a huge 0-2 hole here. Oh. 0-2 pitch coming here from Lucio. Vikings have runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. We trail 6-4.
So that'll be a ball. So 1-2 to count.
Great job laying off that pitch by Met.
So now Lucio trying to retire Dornbos here.
Great job by Matt battling here, seeing a lot of pitches.
And again, as Sid mentioned before, the importance of the pitch count, especially here in the playoffs, as you know, there's a certain amount of pitches being thrown by each certain pitcher, and I have to imagine that Lucio is quite up there in the pitches thrown, as he has seen a lot of pitches here in this game. That will be a ball, but he is going, and he is safe. So
Double steal there by the Vikings. Now we have runners at second and third. 2-2 count. So now a base hit's going to tie this.
Yeah, that will. So absolutely. That was a huge play.
Great job laying off that pitch. That was a pretty close pitch and a good throw by the catcher. But speed too quick out there for the Vikings. So let's see if Matt can do a job here. Huge at-bat here for the Vikings. Trailing by 2 in the bottom of the third inning.
That'll be another ball.
Well, another thing to think of.
So 3-2 to count.
That I just thought of is that the Vikings will want to try to take the lead in the next inning or two, because after the 4th inning, this game is official. So if it does start to rain and it's the umpire's judgment, if they call it and the Vikings are trailing, it will be over no matter what the coaches say. So it's up to the umpire. So the Vikings will want to take a lead before.
Absolutely. Dornbos hit that one hard, but right to Thomas. So Thomas makes the catch, ends the inning, but not before the Vikings do get 1 run to cut the lead, to cut the deficit to 2. 6-4 going into the top of the 4th.
This is a Corey De Laurentiis mid-game special report. That was a good inning by the Vikes right there, but they just couldn't get a run in. But like my men up in the booth just said, they need to grab this lead in the next couple of innings, or it will be official. The game has ended. We still have Vert up on the mound. Getting a little windy out here as I still am in left field. I don't know if you guys could see me, but I'm out there right now. The wind is picking up. People are crazy out here in the berm. I've been threatened a couple times. People are wild out here. But remember, no drinking is per IHSA rules. I gotta keep that. Maybe remember I said drive sober or get pulled over. And this inning is brought to you by Ice Mountain Pure Quality Pure Water, 100% natural spring water. So next couple innings here is gonna be pretty interesting. We got 4 hits, they got 9. We got 4 runs, they got 6. But we're coming back. Rain should be coming in the next hour or so, next 50 minutes I see, but I think we're going to beat it out. So back to my men up in the booth. Thanks, Sip. Thanks, Maltese.
Now batting the center fielder, number 19, Alec Thomas.
Top of the order here up for the Caravan in the top of the fourth inning. Caravan have a 6-4 lead here at Viking Field. Zach Verda on the mound for the Vikings.
So, yeah, now Alec Thomas leading off here in the fourth inning. Superstar center fielder, as we mentioned before. Verda on Thomas. Thomas hit that one hard. Going back, and that one is out of here. Alec Thomas got the best of that one, and he said goodbye to that ball. 7-4. Alec Thomas, a solo shot. It was just a matter of time before he got it going. Alec Thomas makes it 7-4.
Now batting the third baseman, number 26, Diego Munoz.
That was a great swing by Alec Thomas, but the Vikings pitchers are going to need to get it together because 7 runs is a lot of runs, but the Vikings can put up runs. They just need to start holding the Caravan here.
Yeah, you can't keep just switching off runs there. Can't just keep trading runs. You got to, as Sip said, hold Mount Carmel and score just on your own, not just keep trading off runs as they have been doing the past few innings.
Yeah, key to a successful baseball team, which the Vikings have been, is once you score, the inning after you score is huge.
Yeah.
You obviously sometimes you'll give up runs, but you, as a pitching staff, you really aim to never give up a run the inning after you score. And the Vikings gave up 3 after we scored 3 in the first, and they gave up 1 after we scored 1 there in the third. But there's still nobody out here, so Zach Verda's going to have to try to lock this down and get the Vikings in to hit.
Verda looked like he fell on the mound there. Might have slipped right there, so it's 1-2 to count now on Munoz. That'll be a ball on Munoz that evens the count at 2 apiece. And that'll be another ball. So 3 straight balls thrown by Zach Verda, as that makes it a full count. 3-2 to count now on Munoz. And that'll be a ball. So 4 straight balls thrown, and that is not really a good pitch error by Verda, as he had him down 0-2 and delivered 4 straight balls. Tough break there. And Josh Houston, the big man, coming up the bat here for Mount Carmel. Designated hitter here for the Mount Carmel Caravan here. Houston popped that one up. Will it go back? No, it will not. So it'll stay foul. 0-1 to count. It was not catchable.
Zach will look to get a ground ball here.
As that ball was hit hard there by Houston. Should be a can of corn. It is. And that will be 1 out. And that retires Houston. So the first out in this inning, with Anthony Herron coming up the bat for Mount Carmel.
Again, Zach will look to get a inning-ending double play ball here.
So Verda threw that one. That is a ball, and it's 1-0 to count. That'll be a strike by Verda. Big time strike there on Heron. 1-1 to count with 1 out. So Heron hit that one foul. That'll be 1-2 to count now. Anthony Heron, big time first baseman for this Mount Carmel Caravan team. Been following Anthony Heron for all season long. He's having a really good season for the Caravan. That was hit hard by Heron, and that will get behind him. Running hard is Munoz. He is going to go home, and he is going to score. So Anthony Heron with a big-time RBI double. And it is 8-4 Caravan now. In the top of the fourth. What a shot there by Heron. He got all of that. Didn't miss it at all. And it makes it 8-4 now.
And not a great job out there by Jake Vera letting that ball get by him. He really didn't have a shot to catch it, so that's where you really got to just keep it in front of you and keep it at second and third. Vikings now trail by 4 runs.
Pitcher Christian Lucio coming up the bat now. Pitcher versus pitcher matchup. Lucio pops that one up. Is it going to go foul? It is not going to go foul. But making the catch anyway, and that will be 2 outs.
Now batting shortstop, number 11, Howard.
Ed Howard up here for the Caravan.
Good looking player here for the Caravan. Ed Howard, he's shortstop.
They've opened up a 4-run lead here. They have 11 hits. We're only in the 4th inning, so their offense came ready to play today.
Verda delivered a strike, 0-1 to count now.
Nice first pitch curveball there. Definitely not what he was expecting.
So it's 0-2 to count now on Howard. Howard had a pretty nice game here. Had an RBI. And that'll be a strike, and that gets out Howard. Howard does not agree with the call, but nevertheless, that will end the inning, and it's 8-4 Caravan going into the bottom of the 4th.
Gatorade is fueling today, fueling the future, fueling the student athletes and teams competing in all IHSA state final events. Gatorade, for athletes who move the game forward, we're creating the fuel to do the same. Fueling today.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 21, Alex Gasparo.
Vikings trail here 8-4, bottom of the 4th inning. Alex Gasparo up. Vikings are going to look to score a bunch of runs here. Vikings are going to need to score before the rain comes in shortly, because we definitely don't want the season to be ended by the rain and the umpires. So the Vikings offense is going to have to fight back here. Hopefully do a little bit of damage here and take the lead sooner or later. Only down by 4. Definitely not insurmountable here. Load the bases and see what happens.
Yeah, and the main goal is to try to get to that heart of the order, as we have mentioned plenty of times in this game. If you can get it to McCormick at this inning, I think they'll be living right. But that will be 1-1 to count on Gasparo. So Alex Gasparo, the count 1-1. Gasparo hit that one, and that will be a base hit.
There. Starting the Vikings off here with the base hit.
Off the bat for the Vikings, number 4, Luke Montgomery.
Now, if the Vikings do end up scoring a couple runs here, I would not be surprised to see somebody like Matt Zahora come in and take over on the mound for the Vikings. Zach Verda is throwing strikes, but gave up a couple runs so far. He's given up three runs, I believe, in relief.
Yeah, so Montgomery rather had that really nice hit in the second inning to keep the inning alive. But he takes a strike there. So 0-1 to count. So 0-1 to count. Montgomery hit that one. That will drop.
Vikings,
So
8-9 hitters both found a way to get on. Now the
beautiful
Vikings
hit
the
there.
Up, down by 4, and here we go.
Beautiful hit there by Montgomery. This is big time.
Nobody
here.
up in the Carmel.
This is
bullpen.
very big. 8-4, 2 on. Nobody out with Justin Rios coming up the bat. Rios, he just missed that one. Rios just missed that one. It's a tough break there, as Ed Howard makes the catch and retires Rios. 2 on, 1 out.
Yeah, that's definitely one that Justin's going to look back on and be really upset about, because bottom 2 guys in the order got on, so leadoff guys expected to do a little more there.
So Vera now, a very important at bat. That's first pitch strike.
This is a huge at bat here by Jake, because if Jake finds a way to get on, and then
McCormick,
Matt McCormick would be the tying run.
That was the key going in that I said before the inning, that McCormick, if you can get to McCormick in this inning, you're living right if you're the Vikings. And that's very important to get McCormick here in this inning, as Vera hit that one. That one will go through the middle. Gasparo, everyone is going to be safe.
Matt McCormick will be coming to the plate as the tying run here for the Vikings. So they have nowhere to put Matt. Can't put Matt on first base here without giving up a run. So this is the man we want up in this situation.
Absolutely.
If they get Matt out, they deserve this one.
Absolutely.
This is Matt McCormick's game right
Something's
here.
telling me that they're not going to be able to get McCormick out here. Hopefully McCormick can get multiple RBIs here in this at-bat, because we really do need it. Bases loaded, only 1 out with McCormick up the bat. And that'll be a ball, so 1-0 to count. Oh, so McCormick missed that one, so it's 1-1 to count.
Yeah. I mean, up by 4 runs, you really don't want to pitch around Matt here. But if you're the Caravan, walking him might not be the worst thing.
Corey D, special report here. I'm in the berm. This is crazy. And this is huge. Back to you boys in the press box.
McCormick hit that one. Will it drop? Thomas makes the catch. Going home. But the Vikings will get a run. So an RBI sacrifice fly by McCormick. And not necessarily what we wanted, but
number 27.
I mean, another run will take it. Let's hope that Olzak here can get multiple runs here. 8-5 now with the Vikings scoring there.
Yeah, the Caravan, that's the best case scenario there they could have hoped for. Matt really didn't hit that ball hard at all. got that one. I don't know if it was off the end of the bat or kind of in at his hands, but really want a little bit better there if you're Matt McCormick. But Gage Olzak, he does have a lot of power here, so still one swing of the bat, and we could find ourselves tied.
Two on, two out, 8-5 ball game, only a 3-run game. Very manageable here for the Vikings with this type of offense that they have. Tough break there for the Vikings. You obviously want to get more than one run, especially having bases loaded, only one out. But the Caravan do survive. You got to give them credit, and it's 8-5 going into the bottom of the top of the fifth, rather.
Yeah, there's nothing more the Vikings could have, like, the 8-9 hitters both got up for the Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the top of the order, and they didn't really do their job once we got to the top. Matt drove in a run with the sac fly, but when you get Matt McCormick up with the bases loaded,
you
really
want
looking to do more damage.
Exactly, you want more than that. Yeah, you definitely want more than that, and I think McCormick is probably thinking about that right now as we speak, probably regretting it a little bit. But hey, he did give us a run, and we're only 3 away from tying this game. It's all about defense now. There's no, I mean,
Matt Zahora is taking over on the mound for the Vikings.
It's really all about defense right now from this point on for the Vikings. You cannot allow any runs. And as you can see on the scoreboard, every single inning, Mount Carmel has scored. So this is a very important inning, a good defense. We need good defense here for the Vikings if they want to stay in this game.
Now pitching for the Vikings, number 30, Matt Zahora. And now batting, that's number 57, Jake Papers.
The Vikings do have a very good field here. Can hold some rain. They have a good tarp here, but again, after the first pitch, the decision is solely on the umpire's shoulders. It has nothing to do with what Mount Carmel's coach or Coach Pete Lotus would like to do. So if this rain starts, it's all in the umpire's hands.
Pete Lotus and the Vikings would obviously love to extend this game, but like Sip said, it's really nothing they can say or do to change the umpire's mind.
Yeah, there looks to be a huge system coming our way. It's going to hit us. So hopefully we can get a quick inning here.
Throw to first, that will be a good start. And they get him out.
Nice pick over there by Gage.
That gets out Capers, so a quick little out there and retires Capers with Joey Egan coming up the bat. That'll be a ball. Check swing there by Egan, and it's 1-0 to count. As Sip mentioned, Matt Zahora now on the mound for the Vikings. So now it's 1-1 to count. What's the score? So 2-1.
There. Probably a little low, maybe a little inside.
So that strike will even the count at 2 apiece on Egan. Good pitch there by Zahora. So that will be a ball, very questionable.
That's a tremendous spot there. I think we might have to get that one. That might be a little bit high, but it was called last inning on Luke.
Getting a piece of it with Egan to keep his at bat alive. So 3-2 to count. So that'll be a ball. It looked like Zahora slipped on the mound there after he delivered that pitch. Nevertheless, Egan will take first, so 1 on, 1 out here.
Yeah, Matt's going to have to try to get a ground ball here, end this inning quickly so the Vikings bats can get going.
Yep.
We're going to need to score some runs before this rain hits us.
So 1-0 to count on Livermore here. And that'll be a strike, 1-1 to count. Good pitch there by Zahora. So 1-1 to count. That was a good hack there by Livermore, but it is 1-2 to count now. So 2-2 to count now on Livermore. Sure, Livermore trying to do his best to keep his at bat alive, especially with Egan on first. That'll be a ball, so that'll make it a full count. 3-2 to count now. Livermore hit that one hard. That one will not drop, so a great catch there. That was a phenomenal catch there by Rios. And that'll be 2 outs now in the inning.
The Vikings will stick with Zahora to face Alec Thomas, or if they'll bring in the lefty. Looks like the Vikings are going to stick with Zahora here.
You're not good.
So now huddle to the mound now for the Vikings. See what they want to do with Alec Thomas here. Thomas fouled that one back, 0-1 to count. That'll be way outside, 1-1 to count on Thomas.
Yeah, Matty will look to get the Vikes in here, only trailing by 3 runs right now. Alec Thomas, very dangerous hitter at the plate.
That one, did it get a piece of him? Yep, it did. So Thomas will take first, and Egan will take second. So 2 on, 2 out now, with Diego Munoz coming up the bat.
Diego Munoz up here for the Caravan, first and second with 2 down. Matt Zahora will look to get the Vikings in and hopefully score some runs before this rain hits.
That'll be a strike, only 1 to count on Munoz.
A little bit high there. 1-1 the count.
He was drafted by Boston, though? No, he was drafted by someone else in the 20. Oh, really?
I do that now over the show all the time. Nah, bro, I'm not going to the Rockets. Third baseman, I got Miller now in front of me.
That'll be another ball. So 2-1 the count now on Munoz. That's the type of inning that the Vikings want. Is the innings taking a lot long, especially after getting that first quick out. Thought it'd go a little bit quicker than this, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta look at what you gotta look at. And Munoz at bat here as he swings and misses. So 2-2 to count, 1 strike away from ending this inning. Pitch by Zahora will
Full count here, so the runners will be off, which means a base hit will definitely score at least 1.
That one was hit hard by Munoz. That's going to drive in round 1. Will it drive in another one? It won't. But Diego Munoz gets the run right back after the Vikings scored. That's a tough break there as Munoz.
That's going back to what I said earlier. Innings after we score, we cannot give up runs.
Yeah, and every single
not going to lead to a victory for any team.
No.
It's just not sustainable to be able to.
In every
keep coming
single
back
inning, the Vikings have allowed at least 1 run every single inning. Kind of hard to believe,
the
but
Vikings pitching staff has been tremendous this year.
absolutely, yeah. That's
Today,
why
they just haven't had it. They've
just
had Justin come in and
Hayden for a little bit.
Hayden
Yeah,
did his job,
yeah,
and
he
then
did his
Zach
job.
Came in and
Now it's
now
Zahora.
Gage.
Yeah.
Not Gage.
Zahora, yeah, Matt Zahora, yep. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the pitching staff is usually a lot better than this. I mean, Rios threw a perfect game against Kennedy a few games ago. I know that's completely different competition and team, but I mean, it just goes to show you how good of a pitching staff they have. Zahora throws it as the ball, 2-1 to count. So that'll be another ball. 3-1 in the count.
Home plate umpire ruled that pitch was outside. I can tell you we are right behind the plate. That pitch was not outside. I'm sorry. If he said it was low, we could agree with him. Outside, no way. We're right above the plate. That pitch was not out. Not even close.
So now Houston will take first. Bases loaded, 2 outs here for the Caravan. With Anthony Herron coming up the bat.
1-0 the count here to Anthony Herron. Two and 0 the count. None of the Vikings pitchers have looked to have very good control here this afternoon at Viking Field. Hopefully Matt's able to bounce back here and get him, but 4-run deficit really can't afford to give up too much more.
So now 2-1 to count now on Zahora.
That pitch was further outside than the pitch last at bat that was not called a strike on 2-1 count, by the way.
That'll be another ball, so 3-1 to count now on Heron.
3-1 here. Matt needs to throw a strike. Can't give up a free base here. And Matt Zohar has just walked in a run. It's a 10-5 ball game. Yeah, that's just something that can't happen for the Vikings. The pitchers have to be able to throw strikes. That at bat, he didn't. He threw one pitch that was close to the zone that actually was called a strike, but he has to be able to throw strikes there. 4 free bases this inning, if I'm correct. A hit by pitch and 3 walks issued by Matt Zahora. Christian Lucio up at the plate now. Caravan have a 5-run lead.
That's how I was when the Cavs beat the Celtics on Saturday. No, it's not. So 2-0 to count now on Lucio. So that'll be another ball, 3-0 to count now. You have to question Zahora's fatigue here at this point. His fatigue must be very low at this point. It's been a very long inning, not even close to what the Vikings wanted or expected coming into this inning. They wanted a short, quick one. This one couldn't have been any longer, so it's 3-1 to count now.
Walked in another run. It's now 11-5. Vikings can't seem to throw the ball over the plate this inning. And the Vikings will make a pitching change. Ryan McGrath will take over here for the Vikings, down by 6.
Shortstop, number 11, Ed Howard.
So Ed Howard coming up the bat now after the pitching change for the Vikings, 1-0 to count on Ed Howard. Very good shortstop here. Ed Howard had a really good season for the Caravan. Not only a good hitter, but a great shortstop as well. He'll take that strike, though. 1-1 to count.
Way to get in there by Armac. McGrath looks to limit the damage here. Vikings have already surrendered 3 this inning and trail by 6 runs here in the top of the 5th inning at Viking Field in this sectional semifinal matchup.
Big hack there by Howard, but he missed it all. 1-2 to count. Howard hit that one way foul. 1-2 to count still.
McGrath.
I had confidence in Rios though going into the game. You gotta get on the. That one was just hit foul. As Ed Howard still 1-2 to count. This inning is like the longest inning.
1-2 count here. Ryan McGrath facing Ed Howard, the shortstop.
Howard hit that one hard. They're saying no to the catch, and that will drive in one. So Ed Howard gets it a double.
2 more runs there makes it a 13-5 game. 1-2 pitch. That is not a very good pitch there by Ryan McGrath.
Now batting the catcher, number 57, Jake Capers.
So 13-5, Mount Carmel, big 2 RBI double there by Ed Howard. With Jake Capers coming up the bat now. McGrath the pitch. Capers the swing. He missed it, 0-1 to count.
Yeah, last inning was huge for the Vikings. Bases loaded.
Yeah, looking back.
The tying run at the plate, only coming up with 1 run. Now,
looking back
Vikings pitchers have to be able to settle down and not give up runs this inning. But if we would have scored more runs last inning, there's just a different mentality going into this 5th inning.
And it couldn't have been a better case scenario as the 8 and 9 guys really got on, giving McCormick a chance to, at best, tie the game or at least break into the lead a little more than he did, even though he did get that 1 run. Still hard to believe that he didn't get at least a hit on that play. That'll be a ball on Capers. Capers got a good piece of that. 1 and 2 to count. Foul ball there, gone by Capers.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Mount Carmel's offense. They did come today ready to swing the bats, and they've done just that, putting up 13 runs. Putting up 13 runs on the Vikings is a very tough thing to do. Our pitchers are all very talented. Today's just hasn't been our day. Vikings offense will need to really explode here if we want a chance in this one. We've got ourselves a 10-run ball game now. Vikings are down 15-5. Now it's turned into the Vikings need to score in the bottom half of this inning or this ball game will be over. So Vikings went from being down by 3 runs, or what?
Wow.
But yeah, down by 3 runs, top of this inning, to now down by 10 runs. The Vikings bullpen has not been very good today, to say the least. But this Vikings team, at the beginning of the year, if you looked at their roster, I mean, the people close to the team, like myself, I knew how talented they were, but a lot of people outside the team didn't think they'd be as good as they were. Winning the Catholic League Championship was a huge feat for this team.
Yep. That might drive in another run. Maybe not. As he did not hold on to the ball. So it'll
It
be
is now an 11-run lead. Matt could not hold on to the ball.
Yeah, good hit there by Joey Egan. 16-5 with Livermore coming up the bat.
Yeah, the Vikings winning the Catholic League Blue Championship this year was a really big thing for them.
Very
because it's
impressive.
such a young team.
And the fact that they still got 3 more years of Vito has to be a positive upside for this Viking team and the franchise and just the school in general. I mean,
Yeah, rain is starting to fall here at Viking Field, and the forecast doesn't look too great. The Vikings are going to be losing their seniors, Nick Hayden, Joe Hinks, Justin Rios, Zach Verda, and Gage Olzak. Probably after this game, looking at the score, this is going to be the last game here for those seniors, and I'd like to thank them for everything they've done for the program over the last couple of years. And
really turned it around. They really did.
There's so much young talent on this Vikings team. They will be back in this spot again next year.
Absolutely.
And they'll be ready to go. Winning the Catholic League was such a big thing, such a big confidence builder for this young team. And they will be back. They are very talented. But unfortunately, today just wasn't their day. This game still isn't over. The Vikings offense is explosive. We could put up 8 runs in the bottom of this inning. The only reason I'm casting a little bit of doubt is because the forecast does look very bad, and the rain has started to fall here at Viking Field. Best case scenario here, I was told we have to get through the bottom of the 5th for the game to be official. So if we don't hit in the 5th inning and it starts to pour, we might be able to come back tomorrow.
Mhm.
But, I mean, down by 11 runs, that's still a lot.
Right.
So I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm sure the umpires are aware, and they're going to do everything in their power to get through this inning. And the Vikings will need to score 2 to keep it going. Now pitching is the lefty, Joe Hinks. The Caravan have batted around, and this is the 3rd batter to bat twice this inning. 2-0 the count here to the second baseman, Livermore.
Livermore hits that one. Bobbled. Throw to first. Safe. So the inning will still go on.
Now Alec Thomas is up to the plate. Runners on first and third.
Number 19, Alec Thomas.
Was it? Out of the park. It was over to he plays very well. Thomas hit that ball really hard. Not making any catches. Rios, 1 run will score. And Thomas with a double there, and it's 17-5. Huh? It's only 1 run that score, right?
Now batting the third baseman, number 26.
Oh, 2.
Diego Munoz.
So rather, it is now 18-5. Mount Carmel with Thomas with the 2-run RBI double. First pitch strike to Munoz, 0-1 to count. Munoz fouled that one back, 0-2 to count. Swing and a miss, and now will finally end the inning, but not before Mount Carmel scores 9 runs. It is 17-5. Mount Carmel going into the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 5th, rather.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 7, Zach Verda.
So Zach Verda coming up to bat for the St. Lawrence Vikings. As Sid mentioned before, this could very well be his last at-bat as a Viking.
Yep, I'm sure that the Vikings know the situation that they're in right now. They need to score a bunch to keep going. So Zach is definitely thinking this could be his last at-bat as a Viking, so he's going to try to make the best of it. Down 13 runs here.
What a player he is, though, Zach Verda. He's had an incredible season and an incredible career here at St. Lawrence. Phenomenal player.
Yeah, Zach's going on to play at Calumet College St. Joe, an NAIA program, next year. The Vikings will look to put up a fight here.
So 1-1 to count now on Verda. Verda hit that one for a base hit.
Well, if that is Zach Verda's last at-bat as a Viking, went out in a good way. Nice line drive base hit. Zach also had a home run today. The freshman, Vito Valinkis, up to the plate here. Vikings need 4 runs to stay alive.
That'll be a strike on Valinkis. Kind of had a tough day, Vito Valinkis did. Again, we talked about it before. He had that injury-riddled season. Came back strong towards the end of the year, but it's just kind of a tough spot for him to be in. It's 0-2 to count now on Valinkis. That'll be a ball.
Good job by Zach over there to stay at first base. Especially down 13 runs, can't run into an out, even though it was a wild pitch.
So that will be a ball. So 2-2 to count. That evens the count. Valinkis hit that one hard. What a catch that was. Wow. But throwing it away, Verda will still stay at
Very good
first.
swing there by Vito. A lot of power. Great catch over there at second base.
The Vikings, number 10, Matt Dorbos.
You have to be here tomorrow and Saturday. I'll probably be announcing the game because Pete and Adam will do it.
So that'll be a strike, 0-1 to count. On Dornbos here. Dornbos popped that one up. Going back is Thomas. He will make the catch.
Alec Thomas makes the jumping catch on the warning track. Matt gave that a ride. The Vikings are down to their last out in the 2018 campaign. Like I said earlier, this has been such a successful year for the Vikings baseball program.
Yep.
Seniors contributed a lot, but there was a lot of young talent on this team.
Yep.
And they've got the experience now. They've been in this game. They haven't been in it before because most of these guys are freshmen, sophomores. So next year the Vikings will be back and they will be ready to go. I promise you that.
Yeah, to me, it's only the beginning of the future for this team. The future is very bright. As Sip mentioned, there's a lot of young players on this team, including Matt McCormick. He's a junior. He's going to be a senior next season. Can't wait to see what he has in store for his senior season.
Yeah, this loss is going to sting a little bit.
Yeah, it will.
especially
Yeah.
losing at home to a rival in
Right.
this fashion, down by 13. But this is a very good – Mount Carmel's a very good hitting team. Our pitchers just didn't come out. They weren't really ready to go today. But the Vikings will be back.
So 2-1 to count now. Against Barrow, that'll be a ball. 3-1 to count with Verda at first. That'll be a strike.
That pitch was almost at his head, and he just called, and the home plate umpire just called that a strike. I know it's a 13-run game, but come on, that's not acceptable right there.
Yeah, that looked to be way out of the zone, and Gasparo obviously thought so too. As he was.
He has been really good for the majority of this game, but the last 2 innings, there's been some very, very questionable calls by him. Vikings are down to their last strike and last out. Let's see if they can continue this. That pitch, I thought that pitch actually had the plate. I think he knew he missed one earlier and he wasn't going to end the game on
call.
it.
See, that was the makeup call, as Sip mentioned. So runners on first and second with Luke Montgomery.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, Vikings need 4 runs to stay alive in this ball game. So Luke Montgomery's going to have to get on here, and then the top of the order will have to do their job.
Down to the last bullet again.
Yeah, the Vikings are trying to fight here, down to their last out in the 2018 campaign.
That'll be a strike on 1 to count.
Yeah, this guy here, Luke Montgomery, he's going to be a candidate for the leadoff spot next year for the Vikings. He's really fast. He's a great center fielder. He's like another little Justin Rios out there.
That'll be another strike on 2 to count now on
Vikings
Montgomery.
are down to their last strike. Thank you to all who have tuned in for today's broadcast here from Viking Field.
Montgomery keeps the game and the season alive for now as he fouls that one back 0-2. Drop 3 strike, they get it to him.
And
he is out.
this ball game is over. The Caravan have moved on. Congrats to the Caravan on moving on. Tremendous season by the Vikings, Chicago Catholic League champions. We're going to send it to Corey D. in the outfield.
What you got for us, Corey?
Well, this is my final time reporting here. Might come back. This is the last time my St. Lawrence career that I will be calling a game. Very emotional. The tears are flowing. But it's been a ride. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the fans for tuning in. And thank you, Matt Maltese. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the great St. Lawrence program. I'll see ya. Farewell. This is Corey D.
And that will end it.
And go Vikings.
And that will end it for our broadcast. As whenever Corey ends, we all do end. So by all means, the broadcast is over. Thank you guys for tuning in. The final score, Mount Carmel 18, St. Lawrence 5.